Last week on Hoops Academy.
This can be a special season if everybody's on the same page.
I think this team is balanced. I think we have some outstanding guard play this year. What they have to learn is what it takes to be good. How bad do you want to be good? How hard do you want to work? It's the work part that players have to buy into. And if they buy into that, this team has a chance to be very good.
Good job, good job.
Montrose Christian is more than a name. It represents a legacy of winning, of hard work, of sacrifice, of values. It's 8 NBA players, 2 national championships. It's about being the best, on the court and off.
With the season opener just a couple of days away, the team is ready to put on a show in its annual intra-squad green and white game. The team is divided evenly by position and talent. Coach Vedder likes to take this time to observe the team, along with his staff. Coaches Vernon and Jennifer will coach the white team.
All right, you guys are ready? Let's execute. All right, let's play hard. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
While coaches Vincent and Shoplin coach the green.
Montrose, let's go guys.
The opening quarter is tentative. The players' familiarity with each other makes it difficult for the offenses to get going. In the second quarter, Yuki Togashi hits 3 straight shots to break the game open.
All right, listen up. Intensity is not there right now, not the way we want it. All right, the reason why they're beating us, all right, is because they're hustling all over the place. They're hungrier, they're doing the dirty stuff. They're getting down in defense, all right, they're rebounding. We're not doing that. All right, we don't have guys going to the glass. We're not driving the basketball. It's too quiet. We're not talking. We're not communicating.
Our mind should just be on the little things. What we should be focused on? Free throw blackouts. Securing the ball and go down and do what we need to do. Not what everybody else is doing, what we need to do.
Let's stay disciplined defensively, okay? We stay disciplined defensively. We send 4 guys to the boards every single time. Everybody's gonna have opportunity. Love what you're doing right now, okay? You should love it, all right? Stay after it, stay together, stay collective, get all after this basketball, okay? And let's go. 1, 2, 3.
About the only thing going wrong for the green team is their halftime huddle.
We are Montrose!
They're going to want to get back in this thing, all right? Stay disciplined. Stay disciplined, all right? We gave them some confidence because we didn't protect the basketball and we didn't really play the defense we were supposed to play.
In the second half, the white team picks up their game, but the green team matches them step for step. The fourth quarter action is a battle, with Tyler Hubbard and Justin Anderson trading baskets and words.
Relax.
Me and Justin like that. We've been like that since I met him. After we cooled down, both of us missed the shot. We cooled down, laughed about it, and we kept competing hard.
You're playing great.
1, 2, 3. Defense. Let's go.
With the white team ahead,
Put a body on him, box out, get the rebound. All right, game's hard. Here we go.
Look at the clock. Look at the clock.
Justin has one last chance to win the game.
Man, that shot keeps playing through my head. That's a shot now that I have to start taking more often in practice on my own time, because you never know, that situation could pop up a couple more times this year.
Okay, I thought after you calmed down a little bit, I thought you guys, did a pretty good job overall. But it's all for real come Tuesday. Don Bosco is the biggest game of the year because they're playing against us. So we have to understand that. We have to take that challenge every time out. And we've got to make sure that we understand we're coming ready to work hard on Monday and correct a lot of the things that we didn't do very well tonight. Okay, I wish we had 5 or 6 more scrimmages before we played our first game, but we don't.
Montrose opens the season against undefeated Don Bosco Prep. They are 3-0. This is the first indicator of the team's progress.
Ball should stay in the middle.
In Vedder's program, details are everything, even down to the pregame warm-ups, which are planned and practiced in advance.
Exaggerate. That's how you get focused for the game. Should bounce up between your waist and your chest. Come on, Gavin, nothing looks worse than that right there. You got one guy who doesn't do it. There it is.
After a month of practicing, the team is a little lackadaisical.
Michael, pay attention over here. Pay attention to me. You got to concentrate on what we're doing. Move on back. Move on back. Get the spacing.
Not the type of attitude Coach Vedder wants to see the day before a game.
Baseline, quickly. We're going to see how funny it is when you start laughing when we start running for about 10 minutes. Go! You guys haven't even practiced hard today and you guys are winded. It means we're not in good enough shape to play tomorrow. We never have what I call an easy practice. Anybody who thinks the day before a game is an easy practice is in the wrong program. Ready? Mine! Look who's in shape. We can tell who's in shape and who's not. All right, now again, you guys brought that on yourself, okay? This is the time where you've got to be focused, you've got to be ready to go. Not the time to be smiling when I'm talking about drills and plays, okay, all that kind of stuff. This is focus time. Okay, you got a game tomorrow.
With the practice over, the coaches go over the team's rules.
Okay, now, it's very, very important that you plan out, okay, the next 24 hours. Our game will start tomorrow night, probably 8 o'clock, okay? So everything needs to be planned. You have to have your coat and tie should be laid out tonight. Everything ready to go. We will have a schedule, exactly what we're going to be doing, typed up. Coach Vernon's going to work on that. There is a curfew tonight. Okay, from now on, when we're game night, 11 o'clock, everything is off. I'm going to be at the house to make sure that happens. Okay, so there's not going to be any more computers after 11 o'clock. There's not going to be any cell phones after 11 o'clock, and that goes for the year. If we catch you, the message that I'll leave you is fine, you can come back to practice after the game, because you won't be in that game. Everybody understand? Okay, it's time now to get serious about playing.
It's November 30th, game day. The players gather in the school's cafeteria for a team meal 3 hours before tip-off. Tonight, the team is eating with the kids from the after-school program.
Melo ate 6 times the other night. 6 times. He is officially fat. You want a bite?
With their meal done, their biggest fans wish them luck.
First thing we want to do, establish right away, we want to put doubt in their mind right away, okay, that they can play with us. Okay, they're 3-0 right now. Okay, well, they got to know that they can't come into our place and stay with us. So we're going to establish it right from the beginning, the defensive intensity. Offensively, let's move the ball. Be unselfish. I don't want to see threes jacked up right from the beginning. Get some penetration first. Play hard, smart, stay together. Okay, when things go rough, that's when we see who can really lead, who can keep everything together. Okay, send a message to them in the first 4 minutes of the game that nobody's going to come in here. Nobody's going to come in here. Everybody in here, let's go. Right from the start. Right from the start. Everybody together. You've been working too hard to let anybody come in here and stay in the game. So take it to them right now. Let's go. Right now. Let's go. We are.
Finally, the moment the team has been waiting 3 months for arrives. Tyrone Johnson gets the team off to a quick start. Opening game nerves are to be expected, and the first quarter is a bit sloppy. Eventually, Montrose finds its groove. With time running out, Tyrone Johnson takes control. His driving layup gives Montrose an 8-point lead at the end of the first quarter.
Okay, all right, now listen. Okay, we got to sustain the effort now, okay, because you're not going to be in there very long. I want you sweating, and you sweating like crazy in the next 30 seconds. All 5 guys block out. All 5 guys block out. You're running the rim, he's inbounding the ball. Get it and go. Let's play. Let's go. Right now. We are. Montrose.
With 1 quarter under their belts, Montrose settles in and picks up the intensity. Before speaking with the team, Coach Vetter gets the thoughts of his
Our
assistant.
intensity was outstanding.
Okay, now, a couple of things. First of all, the intensity is very good. Okay, guys' energy is good, but when guys go in the bench, I expect more energy. Bruce, I expect more energy. Get in there for 1 minute, make it the best minute of your life, okay? Because you'll get 2 next time, and then 3. Same thing with you, Kevin. You get in there, you scored offensively, but I want you to be a force defensively. And everybody has to be alert, okay? I put everybody in the game. Everybody played that half. Okay, so you got to be alert, and how you play that minute or 2 that you're in there may determine how much more you play. Now, when we go back on the court, we're ready to go. Coaches are up there. Make sure we take the court, okay, the same way we came out, with energy, ready to play. Right now, let's go.
1, 2, 3, 4.
As the second half begins, Montrose begins to pour it on. With this 3-pointer, Donnell Diggs puts Montrose over the 100-point mark.
Biggest thing was we came out defensively and had energy. And we're not really in right space all the time, right place all the time, but we had the energy, and that can cure a lot of ills. Everybody that went in contributed. It was good. It was a good win. But again, this is just 1 step, a good step, okay, but 1 step. Okay, the teams get tougher as we go along, as you'll see.
One of the most unique features of Montrose Christian is the basketball house, a place for players from out of state and out of country to call home.
What's going on, guys? Come on in.
When I first started here, Montrose owned a lot of the houses in the area, and different students would live in the houses. And we have a lot of international students at Montrose, other than basketball players. A few years back, they sold off several of the houses, and we kept the house that the basketball players were living in, and it's just referred to as the basketball house. And we have about a half a dozen kids that live there as a family together.
Well, living in the basketball house is hard because you're not with your family. You don't have your family. The boys are good, Justin, Michael, Kevin, Tyrone, Yuki. We are like a family.
Here's me in Yuki's room. Yuki has the best side of the room. He has all types of shoes. These are my favorite right here. If I only wore size 5 or whatever he wears.
This is Michael's part. This is my part. This is the Latinos room.
And this is the master bedroom. Here lives the true king of the house. Tyrone's bed, my bed, and my cookies. I love cookies, so I have to have a cookie over here in my room.
Having international players is very cool because you get to know new people, you get to know their cultures, and the way they interact is different, the way they do things is different, so it's very interesting.
I'm not sure if they have these in Japan. He has about 20 cups and packs of oodles and noodles up here. That's a lot.
This is my flag, Boricua. This juice is from back home, Puerto Rico. My mom sent it.
You gotta have muscle man to be a good basketball player.
Living there is another step for college. You know, basically it just prepares you every day. You're not gonna have your mother, your father there to look over you, make sure you clean up your room, make sure you washing clothes, washing dishes. That will carry us over to the real world once we go into college.
Well, I think living at that house teaches responsibility. Every player has their chores to do. I think it's a good way for guys to learn about each other. You learn about somebody best by living with them for a while. You find out their strengths, their weaknesses, And those guys bond together. I mean, they look out for each other. And I think that's a real positive, having guys living together. It's been a great thing for us to have.
Yes, sir, baby.
Hi, my name is Carmelo Betancourt. I am 17 years old. I'm from San Juan, Puerto Rico, and I'm a senior, Montrose Christian.
Carmelo Betancourt is one of the newcomers to the house and the team. A 6-foot senior, Carmelo has made the difficult choice to leave his family to come play at Montrose.
I decided to come to Montrose Christian because I need a real challenge here. Coach Vedder really gave me the opportunity to come here and play. I know this is a big level. I knew this was gonna get me ready for college, have good grades, and play Division I college basketball.
His maturity and low-key personality have made him an instant hit with his coaches and teammates.
You know, Carmelo is a straight-A student, is the type of kid you'd want for your son because he does the right thing, he says the right things, and he sets the right example.
Carmelo Betancourt is a very composed point guard. He's very unselfish, maybe one of the most unselfish point guards that I've played with.
He's definitely quiet. I mean, he doesn't really talk that much, but when it's time to play, he's focused and ready to go.
The program has also made an impression on Carmelo.
Montrose Christian is not what people think, because what I first thought about it, it was just a factory where they create basketball players and just they go out and play Division I or NBA. But that's not Montrose. Montrose is more about getting good education and just playing basketball and being responsible. It teaches you how to live life.
The team travels to Virginia for its next game against Washington and Lee High School. The game presents mixed emotions for Coach Vedder as he goes up against one of his former players, Bobby Dobson.
Okay, this is one of my point guards here, guys.
Well, Bobby was never going to be a coach, okay? And he said, I can't deal with the attitudes. Okay, I just can't be a coach, I can't deal with the attitudes. And now I think he's in his 18th year as the coach at WNL. And I always kind of kid him about that because he was adamant about never being a coach. I don't like coaching against former players. I've done it several times now, and the reason is that they're part of our program. You know, they're still part of the program, and I want him to be successful too. I want him to be very successful. Not against us, but you know, he's a good guy, and it's difficult sometimes to look down there and see your former players because they're a lot like your kids. You know, I don't think many fathers want to coach against their sons, and that's kind of how I look at it.
For Dobson, coaching against Vedder brings his basketball career full circle.
Well, when I played for Coach Vedder, it was 1985. Coach taught us a lot about being responsible, taught us a lot about playing hard. He just told us how to become a better basketball player. It was a good learning experience, and I'm sure he's doing the same thing now with these kids. When I'm coaching, I take a little bit from Coach Vedder, I take a little bit from my college coach. I remember some of the things that he taught me as a player, and I try to implement those.
Montrose jumps out early against the Generals, but once again, the game is marked by sloppy play.
You guys understand how bad you're looking right now? Okay? Okay, we're trying to put on a show as opposed to playing basketball. I don't want a show, I want you to play. You gotta make layups, you should be dominating inside. Call for the basketball. Let's go! Right now, we're in 22 defense. 22 defense. We are. Montrose.
In the second half, Montrose pulls away for the win, but the team's effort leaves the coaches concerned. But Vedder doesn't want that to get in the way of a true evaluation of the team.
Okay, I'm gonna divide the staff up, okay? I want all the negative, wait a minute, you come over here. I'm in negative. No, I'm saying. I don't want you to think, I don't want y'all to think of anything but positive thoughts, okay? I don't want you to think of anything but things we need to work on. I think that's true because what happens is we parrot each other and we don't really get a balanced view, okay? Negative side.
No communication, lack of intensity.
Same thing.
It's hard to lack communication.
Yeah.
Really, really hurt.
I think a lot of things hurt when you play at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I think that's part of it too, a different routine. Yeah. All right, give me some positives.
All the guys are getting some minutes right now and learning what they need to work on.
Okay, that's good. Okay.
My big concern is the quick transition from offense for Tuesday night.
Yeah.
They're going to get punched in the face on Tuesday night.
It's going to be a
a totally different type of team they're about to go up against.
Yep. Yep.
So if they're not set on defense on Tuesday night, on our little floor, it's going to be a running.
Who do you think played well? Cedric played well.
All right.
No, Justin played hard. Tyron played well. Yeah, I agree. Okay.
You can light a fire under Tyler.
Yeah. Yeah, he's trying too hard sometimes.
Next week on Hoops Academy.
Okay, so I want to see some sense of urgency. Get down and play. If you want to play the rest of the quarter. If you don't, I'll put 5 new guys in. I want you to meet one of our alumni who has got a national championship ring. He led the nation in scoring. Jason Conley. Jason,
My name is Joshua Keith Harrison. I attend Duke University. I chose Duke for a lot of reasons. When I talked to Coach for the first time, he told me that he wanted me to play here. I knew right then that this is where I was going to be.